Wisdom Scores here again, here today to talk to you about mercy. It's Christmas time, everybody, or at least it's Christmas time when I take this video. By the time that 10 of you watch this video, it might be a couple years from now. Something along those lines. Today I wanted to talk about mercy because it's been coming up a lot in culture and a lack thereof it, pretty much. Mercy's definition is simply compassion or forgiveness shown towards someone whom it is within one's power to punish or harm. So in other words, basically you would have every right to be angry at this person or to have jurisdiction, do something bad essentially to this person. This is shown in law or legal matters, interpersonal relationship. And oftentimes when people don't show mercy, it ends up in just more wrongs. That's the funny thing about mercy, is that it breaks a cycle. And the cycle that it breaks is a natural cycle. If an animal attacks another animal, the animal is going to defend itself. The animal is going to possibly kill that other animal. Now animals don't kill each other a whole lot because it's a waste of resources, essentially. It takes too much work. But in the end, that's the natural way of life. If you're familiar with Hammurabi's law, eye for an eye kind of stuff. You steal something, they take your hand. Mercy breaks kind of that whole cycle. Now, obviously, you need justice, but I'm not going to get too much into that because I'm expecting people to be able to be like, well, what's a reasonable line? And a reasonable line is if it's, the 1,000th time we're mortals, we should probably cut the line somewhere around the 1,000th time. Now, all of you are mortals, of course. I'm not thrown. I'm thrown from the heavens. The heavens rejected me again. I keep saying that I need to get back up there because they're all going to fall apart without me. But hey, got in a mortal coil, so what can I do? Christmas is a time of mercy. Obviously, we have the story of Christmas with Jesus, the birth of Jesus. For those of you who are not religious, you can still look at this and you can still say, well, what's Christmas all about? You can say that Christmas is about, accept Jesus or die and go to hell, so on and so forth. Or you can look at Christmas as God loved us. God gave us another chance. God gave us another chance despite everything that we had done. And Jesus came to be merciful. And all we need to do is believe in the story of Christ, believe in the resurrection of Christ, so on and so forth. It is a time of mercy, according to the Christian beliefs. It's not a time of judgment. There's so much judgment going on in the world right now. You have cancel culture, and I'm going to touch on more on cancel culture in just a minute. It's just insane. There's a Bible verse, Matthew 5:7. It's in the Beatitudes. Blessed are the merciful, for they will be shown mercy, is what Matthew 5:7 is. And that's such a simple concept. I mean, if you don't show mercy, you won't get any. It's that cycle that I was talking about, that animal revenging animal. That's the way of the natural world. That's the way that things usually go. It's a blanket. Everything usually goes that way. But all of a sudden, when you forgive, when you show mercy, of course, mercy and forgiveness, hand in hand, it breaks this cycle. All of a sudden, bam! I mean, you're godlike. It's insane what it changes. You are taking something that's within your full power to attack someone else, to take justice, to take vengeance upon someone else, and you're forfeiting that. Because honestly, we're all imperfect. We all make mistakes. We all have messed up. We've all received some form of second chance or mercy that we really don't deserve. Whether or not it's with a job or whether or not it's when you were a kid, your parents, they gave you another chance at something. Maybe you screwed it up again. Maybe you didn't. Hopefully you didn't, right? It's just amazing when we show mercy, it changes the culture. It changes everything. And with the way that cancel culture is nowadays, honestly, there's this story, I think it was Cosmopolitan, might have been something else, Teen Vogue. There was a writer, and one of her fellow writers snitched on her and said she was in her upper 20s and said, hey, when you were in high school, when you were like 16, 17, you used racial slurs on social media. So they fired her. They just cut strings with her. She begged for mercy. She apologized, but they still fired her. And she made the usual apologies. And she was gone. Well, I think it was only a few weeks later. The writer who snitched on the other writer, somebody dug up in her past that, hey, you used racial slurs when you were in high school, 10, 15 years ago, however long it was. So they canceled her too. That's the vicious cycle. When you don't have mercy, that's what it's going to do. It's a snake eating itself. And a snake eating itself is just going to destroy itself. We all make mistakes. So we have two really simple options. We can admit, hey, I've got problems, you've got problems, we're going to make mistakes. And as long as we try, and as long as when we make the mistake, we ask for forgiveness, we try to improve the situation, and we move on, we're going to make it. And then our other option is destruction. I mean, no forgiveness, cancel culture, all the way to the extreme, all the way to you're no good, no matter what you do, no matter how you apologize, you're gonna get guillotined, you're gonna be put on the chopping block, and we're just going to do away with you. And then when it's my turn, when I mess up, guess what's going to happen to me? I mean, that's all it is. And at Christmas time, I'm not trying to sound too hippie maybe, but at Christmas time, it is a time of peace. You have a lot of people with songs, a lot of very traditional songs talking about mercy. And then on the other hand, you have a lot of liberal people, non-religious artists, making songs about Christmas time, war is over, peace, so on and so forth. Well, why do you think that is? I mean, the natural way of life is to just take vengeance. And we need to be natural. We need to be out in green. We need to be out in nature. We need water. These are natural things. Well, most of you. I'm a god, so I don't need it. Well, I do now. Mortal coil. It's confusing. It's complex. But that's what we need. That's natural. The unnatural thing is to show mercy. And as I keep saying, that makes you godlike. It makes you something more than nature. You're ascending yourself above that. And with all of us messing up, once again, if you don't show it, you're going to be done for. So I have a quote here from Calvin Coolidge, who was the 30th President of the United States. Who's Calvin Coolidge, you ask? Who's Gaiden Shinji? Christmas is not a time nor a season, but a state of mind. To cherish peace and goodwill, to be plenteous in mercy, is to have the real spirit of Christmas. That pretty well sums it up, where we need mercy. We need mercy, and that's why whenever Christmas time comes around, it's such an emphasis. I might be dating myself, quoting this song. Well, I am single right now, so I guess I would be dating myself in a way. Is the Goo Goo Dolls song, Better Days. And a very good song. Go look it up if you're not familiar with it. It really was, when I was a teenager, it was a Christmas song about take these words and hear them now because everyone is forgiven now. He was trying to say that Christmas was a time of forgiveness, of mercy, and that is a gift from God. It's a gift from the divine. It's a gift from something that it's in us to a degree, but it's beyond our flesh at the same time. It's beyond just our skin and bones and the electrical signals. It's something else. It's something beyond. And honestly, the way that we can take this for Christmas time is maybe you have a family member, maybe you're the child, maybe you're the parent that you haven't talked to in a while. And I hear so many people nowadays, it's almost like a bragging point about how, I don't talk to that person in my family and I don't talk to this person in my family. Now, there is a cutoff point of toxic people and toxic culture, but at the same time, if you are never given a chance, a second chance, a third chance even, nobody would know you either. There's a couple people in my life where if I had not given them some second chances, I wouldn't be friends with them to this day. And now we're really good friends. And then on the other hand, there are some people where I wasn't so nice. I was difficult to deal with. And they've given me more than second chances. And they've been more than forgiving. And it's not perfect, but we still have a relationship. One of them is honestly my father. There's a lot of problems. Hi, Dad. There's a lot of problems between us. There was a separation. There was a divorce. And then I did my things, you know. Some of it was from the separation, from the divorce. But at the same time, when I became an adult, some of it was from me. Some of it was from anger and resentment swelling up in me. And I had to let go of that. I'm not saying I'm perfect. I'm not saying that I don't remember things and I don't resent them. But I honestly have tried to let them go. And I've tried to have some mercy. And I've tried to see it from his standpoint. And honestly, it's kept the relationship existing. And that is such a big thing. So if you for Christmas have that bragging point family member, oh, I don't talk to them anymore, and, you know, God forbid I talk to them. That's who you need to talk to. That's who you need to talk to. That's who you need to show mercy. And if it's all bad and if they're still hostile towards you, okay, cut it off, give it a break, put it up on the shelf. But if not, imagine the upside. Imagine if they do talk with you still. Connect with that family member, or maybe it's a friend. Maybe your family members are all good and it's a friend that you've fallen out with. For Christmas, make that a gift to them. And heck, self-gifting is popular nowadays, so make it a gift to yourself. You're probably going to feel better. Honestly, you really probably will feel better. Mercy is something that is so important, and I want to end with just a quick reminder from C.S. Lewis. He was some guy, he wrote some books about like clothing closets or something. He says, justice shall be mixed with mercy. This means that you're not going to just have abounding forgiveness for anybody, for anything, but at the same time, your justice should be mixed with it. And you should not be ruthless. So don't be ruthless this Christmas. Show some love, show some forgiveness, show some mercy. I really hope you guys have enjoyed this video. Do the usual, do the like, do the subscribe, click the bell. You don't have to hit the bell. Like I said in my last video, everybody's so abusive to these things. They smash the like button and they hit the bell, and just touch it. Just touch it. And if you don't, every dislike just makes me stronger. I want you to do it. Just dislike me. It will make me stronger, and I will embrace the dark side, and you're going to regret it, honestly. Just hit that dislike button, and you're going to regret it. So I hope everybody has a great Christmas if you don't hear from me again. And if this isn't during Christmas time, by the time that, 10 people watch this video, hey, have a good day either way. This has been Wisdom Scores. I'm Nathaniel. Take it easy.